What up YouTube, Case Primary back at you with another video, and honestly, as you can tell, I'm back. Granted, it took a little bit longer than I was planning, but I'm finally back. I've made my return, a whole new hardware, software, I'm back for quite a while, and I'm good to go. So I figure if I'm going to make my return, I might as well start off by reviewing something that is probably worthy of my return. I've figured a few things eligible for review, but probably the most likely candidate was this. This is the WWE 2K14 Phenom edition. A few of my friends have asked me to review this thing when I made my return, and I thought with Halloween just recently passing, I figured go ahead and make my return with this. Now, let me just give you a little bit of a backdrop on this. This is the first WWE video game to be done by 2K. A lot of their past video games, the old SmackDown vs. Raw games, Legend of WrestleMania, and the previous two games, WWE 12 and 13, those were done by THQ. This is their first take on the game since THQ was recently gone out of business. I don't know why they went out of business, but this is their first attempt. And with all the games, they've been revolved around some superstar. I know that WWE 13 was like about Stone Cold Steve Austin, and there was also one about, I forgot who WWE 12 was around, but they decided to go with The Undertaker for this one, because the main thing in WWE 2K14 is 30 years of WrestleMania, and Undertaker's like kind of a streak going on at WrestleMania. When this thing was first announced, I want to say on WWE.com or Game Informer, I forget which one it was, but I knew this was going to be really hard to get my hands on, so I ran down and pre-ordered this thing ASAP. I literally pre-ordered this game like 3 months before it came out. And it came out last week, and I've been playing it for a while. So the packaging, obviously, as you can tell, it is pretty much a coffin. Which, what else would you expect from The Undertaker but a coffin? On the front, WWE 2K14 logo is kind of, I want to say it's like a T and an X design. Undertaker Phenom Edition, right here where my pointer finger is, the 2K logo, and the rating for the game, which is T. Obviously the coffin style going all through it. Also PlayStation 3, because that's the version I got. On the bottom and the top of the 2K logos, and on the back has Become Immortal. There's also a couple of re-ups on here. 30 years of WrestleMania, one epic mode. Relive more than 45 of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history through historic WWE footage, in-game cutscenes, and your actions. Best roster ever. Compete with the greatest WWE roster ever assembled, including John Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Macho Man Randy Savage, Andre the Giant, Ultimate Warrior, and The Shield. The Streak. Break Undertaker's undefeated WrestleMania record or defend his legacy in the all-new Streak mode. Prayer Technology 3.0. Experience most authentic, engaging WWE gameplay to date. WWE Universe Creation Suite. Also just mentions, gives you a brief description of everything that comes with it, and also shows you a few photos of the DLC that you get, which is Undertaker from his American Badass persona, which I believe he debuted at Judgment Day 1999. I think he did this until, I want to say 2002, when he came back with the whole Dead Man thing. So, again, 2K, rated T for teen, 6 players on one console or 2 to 6 network. Requires at least 5,120 megabytes of required hard drive space. Requires broadband connection and an HD video output of 480p by 720p. So that aside, to get this open, this is actually just a sleeve, which slides right off like that. That's just the back, and also you still have the kind of cover, which is actually embossed, because I didn't mention that. It is actually an embossed cover, which is very cool. So let's go ahead and lift the top off. It'd be cool if it was kind of on a hinge, like a regular coffin, but, you know, what do you expect? Let's go ahead and take the lid off. And then the first thing that we get in here is we get, that's on the side. The first thing that we get in the box is the game itself, which you can get by itself for 60 bucks. The rest of this you can get for an extra 40 for a total of $100. This is the thing you pay for, which is the game. The cover art with The Rock was debuted in May on Monday Night Raw, just like they did with last year when they debuted the cover for 13. I find it kind of interesting that it shows The Rock, because Other than his matches with CM Punk at the Royal Rumble and Cena versus Rock Round 2 at WrestleMania 29, he hasn't had that much of a controversy this year. I mean, I can understand with CM Punk with last year because, I mean, he's been the reigning WWE champion for almost half a year, so it makes sense. But I don't know. On the back, kind of the same read-up as what you got on the box, but have a picture of Hulk Hogan there. You've also got a few pictures of Andre the Giant, John Cena, and I want to say it looks like, who is that? Dean Ambrose or something? I can't tell. But also the match with CM Punk and The Undertaker. There's nothing in here, except for the manual. I'd show you the disc, but it's in my PS3, but you're not missing much. It's just red with the WWE 2K14 logo on it. And also you do get all the other little goodies in here, which I'll go and pull out of the box. You do get quite a ton of them. Alright, so the first thing you get is a PS3 controller skin. If depending on which version you get, if you get for the Xbox or the PS3, depends on which a skin you get. But since I got the PS3 version, it comes with a PlayStation 3 controller skin. Undertaker there, WWE 2K14 logo, and that kind of fire theme. Also included, I'm not going to show you the back because that's where the code is, but you also get the code for the downloadable content of The Undertaker American Badass, his attire, and his entrance, as well as the standard. If you pre-order, you get the Ultimate Warrior, but for this one they include it. If you didn't pre-order, you still get him. So there's that. It doesn't specify anywhere in the packaging of what this could possibly be, like if you're looking at it. But if you do open it up, it is one of the discs of The Undertaker The Streak set. I believe this is disc 2, so it probably has some of the matches on it. And it is Blu-ray, so my PS3 runs Blu-ray, so it shouldn't have no problem. Not available on DVD anywhere unless you get the actual set itself, which came out about last year. And probably, which is something I think is the best part of the set, which is probably the thing you pay for the most, it comes with a card signed by The Undertaker himself, or as he's known by his regular name, Mark Calloway. And most people, when they heard these coming out, most people thought these were like stamps or like printed on the image. That is not true. On WWE.com, when this edition was first announced, they actually showed Mark Calloway actually signing these cards. I'm not sure if it was a photo or a video, but it did show Mark Calloway signing these cards. It'd be cool if these were numbered. Like, maybe I'd get like number, I don't know, 25 of who knows how many, but it'd be cool if this set was numbered to see exactly how many there were, because, I mean, let's be honest with ourselves, this thing is going to be available anywhere, and there's nothing really else in the box, just a little insert. But that's pretty much it for the set. The game is actually a very, very good game. I'm not going to lie to you. If you have not played WWE 12 and 13, I'd probably recommend you go play those first. The graphics are really good. For some reason, a lot of people complain about how the crowds are not realistic, and honestly, I can see why. I mean, it's almost the same crowds they had for WWE 13, but it's, you know, optimized and edited for the modern era. Kind of goes back in time a little bit, like back to when Daniel Bryan and Kane were on Team Hell No, and when Ryback was before Paul Heyman. But they did get it right where they had The Undertaker with his hooded look, unlike with the last game where they had him with his trench coat and the fedora when he was still bald. If you really do want this thing, it's not cheap, I'm not going to lie to you. This thing will run you an even $100, regardless of what version of it you get for whatever console. Whether it be PS3, Xbox 360, this version will run you an even $100. That's how much I paid. But I ended up having to put, when I actually went to go pick it up, I only had to pay about $20 because I had put on about $70, $75 in pre-order money when I went to go pre-order this son of a gun. But it is worth it. If you are a huge Undertaker fan or a huge WWE fan, it's worth its weight in gold. That's all I can say. But I guess that's about it. Later, guys. I am out of here.